Hello, everyone. Welcome to FLV Season 2. This is our first game of the season so far. I'm Go Ask Alice, joined here by King Drama. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good today. I'm so excited. I'm so ready to get the season started. And what a game to get started with Just Went Golfing and Bottom Frag and Bag. The first ones to play. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, these teams are going to be highly competitive. Both of these teams are coming in at their peak PR. Just Went Golfing, though, does have a sub. Their Iron player, Sophia, will be getting subbed out for today's game, and instead we're going to see a Lunativity play. I assume also Iron due to the PR caps, but the teams, while they are similar in PR, the composition and the spread of their rank is so different. For example, just when golfing, their highest ranked player is Melp, who's immortal. They have 2 diamonds in Ya Boy Spicy Nips and Fissure, and then they have an iron and a bronze. Whereas bottom frag and bag, their elo is just spread out way more. We have a gold 2, a diamond, another gold, we have a silver, and we have a plat. So how do you feel about the kind of difference in ranks that are being spread out between the both teams?
I think it's going to be super interesting to see how it plays out because if Just Went Golfing can utilize their three higher elo players to kind of bring up the lower elo players and they just play well as a team, there's no shot that they can win the championship. I'm even calling it now just from on paper. But as we saw from last season, I think that, on paper, you can't go 100% on. And Bottom Frag and Bag has that evenly spread out elo, just kind of like how the Kings of Drama had a little bit more of a spread out elo. And I think this will be a deciding factor to see how this season really goes for the both teams. But in the end, at the end of the day, I really think it's who can play better as a team and which of the higher ranked players can bring up the lower ones to their levels.
Definitely agree. Bottom frag and bag, a lot of familiar names. We saw a lot of them in the FLV last season. Interesting to see how they're doing, how they've improved. Even just looking at the players, Murderer or Knight, whatever name you want to call him by, he's went from, I think, like high gold, low plat to diamond 3 in the off season. So we've seen a lot of growth from a lot of these players, and I'm excited to see exactly who's going to come out on top in this first one.
Yeah, and I was saying earlier before the game even started, as we load in here to Haven, that if we can see the lower elo players on Just Been Golfing being put on the fraggers entries, maybe they could really, really work on taking those sides and trading them. But we are loaded in here. The first map is Haven, first and only map, as the attacking side is going to be, I believe, trying to get this right. Just When Golfing is on the attacking side, if I'm not correct. But
Yeah, I think
take it
you're right.
away for champion select, agent select.
Yeah, Haven. So we've talked a little bit about this, just me and Drama before the game, about this kind of Viper Astra meta that we've been seeing, but we haven't seen a lot of either of those champions being played that much in FLV. I know Kings of Drama, the #1 team from last season, played them a lot. Both of those champions actually, but I think a lot of teams are still kind of defaulting to a more comfort pick in Omen. Omen was the dominant controller for most of Valorant's lifespan, so it makes sense that a lot of the players who do play controllers or play smokes are going to default back to that, and it looks like we're going to see the same thing today. Both teams hovering the Omen. Pretty standard team comp, nothing too crazy. We're going to see 2 duelists on the side of golfing and 2 duelists on the side of bottom frag and bag. They're both going to play a sentinel, both using a Sova, a kind of an essential pick
Select
on a
your
map like
agent.
Haven. So pretty standard team comps from both sides, I think.
Yeah, this is very season one esque kind of team comps from both sides. I really, really would like to see the Viper and Asha. Those characters are just way too strong not to utilize them, especially Viper. On Haven, you don't need that many smokes. If you could somehow work a Viper only on this map, it's still worth. But even with an Omen, I just think you got to pick the Viper. You can go without the Astra, but the Viper is just so incredibly strong right now. If you don't pick her, you're doing yourself a disservice. But we don't see it in the first game, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, they did the latest patch, which came out I think 2 days ago. They did nerf Viper. The nerf wasn't. I don't think it's gonna be that impactful. They reduced the amount of decay you take by walking through her utility from 50 to 30. So not the end of the world for all of our Viper mains, and the meta's favorite darling right now. So not too worried. But now we get to see how exactly golfing is going to execute their first attacking side as we get into game 1 of FLV.
Yeah, 5 members of the attacking side is going to be leaning towards his C side, but they don't know that 3 members are going to be stacked on the C side from the defending team, bottom frag and bag.
Oh, they're actually sending all 5 members down this C long. There is gonna be a double hold on the C site, and the Jet has already made her way onto the site. And that's gonna be the first 2 kills going the way of Murderous, and now it's gonna be a 5v3 in the favor of bottom frag and bag. It's now gonna be a 4v3, a little bit even out, but the attacking health bars are so low, like less than half health on both members, and that's gonna be the first round going the way of bottom frag and bag. A really good hold on that C site.
Yeah, great hold. They played perfectly around their information. The Cypher trips, the cam, they did really, really well to utilize their util there. And, it's just unfortunate that, just McGolfing took that risk of sending all 5 down C long instead of playing for that information. I like to play for information early, see who's playing where, and then make a decision based off of there. But sometimes, those 5-man works, but didn't work this time.
Definitely, but now we're gonna see 5 SMGs coming out of the side of bottom frag, and that's gonna leave golfing on a really rough kind of pistol round here. You don't really expect to win the second round if you lose the first pistol round, so the most they can kind of hope for, I think, is trying to get at least some of the SMGs off of the hands of bottom frag, or else they're gonna have a really unfun time going into round 3.
Yeah, they are looking at taking more of this garage control as bomb sits out front. They are playing bottom frag and bag is going to be playing 3 members yet again towards that C side, and they're going to be trying to take this garage control away from them. They do seem to be in there as the flash can be thrown out by Murderer. It does pick off Fissure in the doors of garage, and bomb goes down. They know where it is. Can they get some room? Brewski is pushing out long A to get that room, get that information, and they're going to be coming up on a couple as Brewski takes out Ted.
Yeah, Fredo gets another one. It's now gonna be a 5v1. Last member left alive does get taken out by Murderer, and that's a pretty dominant round coming out of the side of bottom frag, and not a single member died. So that means they're gonna be able to keep all 5 of their SMGs from the bonus round. So they are gonna be going against 5 rifles, but then again, if you lose your bonus round, not a big deal. They're gonna have enough money to buy next round, and they increase their chances of actually taking guns off of the sides of golfing this round. So a really good spot if you're a bottom frag and bag fan.
Yeah, I think I like to just force in general that second round. It really depends on how you did the round before, but maybe I would not be looking at forcing here on the side of Just Went Golfing. But we'll see how it plays out as 5 members are leaning towards the A side from Just Went Golfing, and there's only 2 members left here. But they can stall. They have a lot of util. Crack has that nade, and Murderer has that molly. Drone goes out short to kind of clear up the short area. And 5 members are now rotating towards A from BFB. Murderer gets a pick down short. Melp gets a return frag, and so does your boy Spicy. And they have A site.
And now it's going to be a 3v3. Make that a 3v2. Bomb is finally going down. It's going to be a pretty difficult retake on the side of bottom frag, the side from the Sova. But as I say that, Fredo gets the first kill onto Melp. Brewski gets an unaware lunativity, and now it's a 1v1, and Brewski clutches up the round. Winning the bonus round is going to stick the defuse, and a fantastic retake from the last 2 members left alive on the side of bottom frag.
Yeah, that was an insane. That's just so unfortunate for JWG. It's gonna be a tough one to come back from. There's so much potential to get more wins here from BFB. It's gonna be super tough. It's gonna be super interesting to see. Maybe they force out some sheriffs here on the attacker side, but it looks like they're trying to force buy. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, probably trying to get Melp that ult orb on C long, so at least he has knives, so he's the only member there without guns. But that's going to be full light shields on the side of golfing against the full rifle and heavy shields round of bottom frag and bag. So it's going to be a really costly round if golfing doesn't pick something up here.
Yeah, I don't think that's the call. I think you play and you just, you take what you can get, and it's going to be a tough one when they don't have full armor. I don't think I would do that, but we'll see how they can work it out. They're not really working for a split. They're not working for information. They're not working for pits. They're kind of just 5 manning on the attacker side, and it doesn't seem to be working out for them. I'd like to see them split a little bit, but all 5 members from JWG are leaning in that A side as a couple are moving up along. They don't know that Crack's in the corner. Fisher gets that pick in the crack, but Brewski's holding that long angle. Fisher gets another kill, and then gives them sight. All 5 members are alive for JWG. And the 3 members of BFB are going to have to retake. and they take the site completely.
Definitely a really good take on the side of golfing, and despite our kind of criticism about them forcing rifles and light shields, seems to be paying off for them unless somehow bottom frag and bag can force this 3v5 rotate or retake.
Burrito gets that first pick onto Ted. Fissure gets a return and makes it a 2v4 situation as the last two members are in that CT area and they get taken out. And that's their first win for JWG.
Yeah, and they really needed that win. Their economy was going to be in such a bad spot if they didn't get that win, but now they got the win. They're going to be able to buy basically full up. I think Ted should be able to get a drop there from his teammate Melp. But if you actually look at the economy on this side of bottom frag and bag, despite winning 3 rounds in a row, they're going to be on an almost full buy. One of their members is going to be on light shields, which isn't ideal, but not the end of the world. Definitely something you still want to try to force through anyway. But really well done on the side of golfing to make this kind of 5-man force down his site work for them.
Yeah, I do like the slow A play as the ult does come out from Murder down mid to get some information, get that mid control. He doesn't really see anybody as he tries to clear it out. He does see Fisher gets that pick there, but as he fades away, he does get some vision on that Killjoy. And that kill is taken and he goes back.
Yeah, kind of an unnecessary death there from Fissure. It was pretty predictable where Phoenix was. You could hear him, not really an excuse to die there, so kind of a misplay from Fissure, but well done from Murder to have the kind of confidence to just say, hey, I'm going to ult for info, and maybe if I get a pick, I get a pick, and it does pay off for him.
Yeah, I think the biggest counter to a Phoenix ult is just to double peek it. If you have someone with you, just calm, hey, let's peek this at the same time. He doesn't know where we are. We can peek it out, get the kill, get out. Rather than him just getting so much room and getting so much control, I think that's the biggest counter you can do against the Phoenix ult. So we'll see as 3 members just walk onto a free site from golfing, and they get the plant down.
Yeah, bottom frag giving up that site completely. The Raze still is in this long position, does get spotted out by Ted though, so now Crack Cocaine in a rough spot. It's going to get flanked behind by Spicy Nips. That makes it a 4v4 as bottom frag tries to go for this retake.
This is winnable. Killjoy is low on the side of golfing. We'll see if maybe bottom frag can pick this up. It is an easy retake as most of the members from golfing are playing offside. Murder gets a pick out of CT. Flashes in short, gets that kill onto Lunativity. It's going to be a 4v2 now. It is in their favor, but they need more time. They got to get in there. Molly goes down to short to kind of stall Melt from being able to pick. Melt gets that kill in the smoke. Bomb has to be held. Only 18 health, no time. The win goes with golfing.
Really good attempt there by Murderer, making his way onto the site, getting, I think, 3 or 4 kills by himself there. You're totally right. They just ran out of time. They took their retake too slowly, and that's going to be another round going the way of golfing.
Yeah, when you're playing the retake and you know members are alive, you have to either push or body block. I like to hold. You hear that phrase, pros don't fake, they don't. You got to be able to sit on that thing because most people, they fake it. So if you can give it the unusual play of holding it, it works, 8 out of 10 times, and I take those odds. But it is now a game. We're 3-2 here in the first half. We'll see how this next one plays out with Sheriffs coming out on the side of bottom frag and bag. 5 members, again, from golfing, pushing up that long C. Can they make it work? 4 members are waiting for them from bottom frag and bag as the flash comes out.
Ooh,
Murder gets that kill on the Fissure as he's blind.
Fredo 2 getting the kill on the Melp with the Classics. Now going to be a 4v3, and it looks like golfing is going to try to rotate out, but they are going to run into Brewski's crosshair, but it's not enough. The Phantom does win out over the Classic there.
Good Cypher roll to give some information exactly where they're going. They know they're rotating because Crack Cocaine's sitting there. Gets that kill on the Ted with the pistol. By Snips gets that return kill, and it is a 2v2 situation with the Killjoy ult ready for Lunativity on the side of golfing. Let's see, do they commit to A? No one is sitting A. Maybe if they can take enough time to get there and get the bomb down, we'll see what they can do.
Luckily, golfing has so much time left. 40 seconds on the clock. It's going to be... I think I like what bottom frag and bag here is doing and having both the defenders just kind of playing together, waiting until the bomb gets planted before they rotate, playing this very smartly. They are going to have to probably play together for this retake A. It is a 2v2, so it's going to be anyone's round here.
I do hear the bomb being put down on A. It would be a smart decision for Lunativity to just throw that ult down to kind of delay, give them some time, give them some space. And they do. They put it down in the default position to kind of deter them. That's going to buy them a lot of time to just get that pressure. You want pressure. You want room. As the ult does complete, no one is detained, and the retake commences.
time is ticking down though. Gonna throw a Cypher Cam out, so it is gonna give away his position, but is gonna hopefully get some info. Doesn't really see anyone. They do get the turret. Now it's gonna be Spicy getting the first kill, and Fredo gets the second. That doesn't even have time for the defuse though.
He doesn't see the bomb. No time.
Uh,
And does get taken out by the bomb as well.
That's the second time Bottom Frag has won the retake, but has lost on time. So, to Golfing's credit, the Killjoy ult there, you did call it. Definitely just secure them the round there. If you use the ultimate, even if you don't detain anyone, just pushing the retakers off of the site gives you way more time to play retake, pressures the defenders who are trying to get back onto the site, and the second round in a row, they just win on time. Really well played.
Yeah, people don't keep that in mind. When you hear the bomb, you have to be able to put those ticks in your mind. You have to memorize what the bomb sounds like when it's ticking down, and you have to make sure you have enough time to not only retake, but get the defuse. People don't have that defuse time in mind, but it does take time to defuse as we're in the 7th round here of the half.
Yeah, 3v3 Golfing coming back a little bit on this attacking side after having a pretty weak early start. They've really found their footing here. They are kind of just sending 5 members onto a site and hoping for the best, which I'm not sure exactly how well that strategy is going to continue working for them, but it has gotten them 3 rounds so far. They're playing a little more split style this time, having a couple members hover around mid and garage and a couple down C long. So hopefully they're able to get some pressure here and maybe even find a pick.
Yeah, BFG is sitting on a couple ults. So is Golfing. As the picks do come from Spicy Nips, and the return kill comes from SJ, but Teds gets that kill back onto SJ, and it is a 3v4 situation in favor of the attackers, Golfing, and they do have 2 ults. Crack gets that kill, the ult comes out from Phoenix, into Garage, gets the kill on Fissure, Murder gets another one. Big ult coming down, and a third giant ult coming out from Murder.
Murder has been looking so clean this series so far. 13-4, the highest kill number in the server so far. The next highest on his team is Fredo with 8, which pretty impressive also from a Sentinel player. But the other team, if you look, your boy is the highest fragger there, only 7 kills. So Murderer getting these strings of multi-kills are really helping Bottom Frag and Bag secure some of these rounds.
Yeah, I'd like to see some really aggressive rotates coming from the side of Just When Golfing. Maybe they can get a pick just like they did. They were C, they ran A, and it worked out for them. I want to see them do that again, as it does look like they are sticking together yet again. C long, but bomb is outside of window on the attacker side. Even spread as they lean 3 towards that C side to kind of hold it down from Bottom Frag and Bag. But it looks like they're giving a little bit of a rotate coming from Golfing. Maybe they can walk up A, as they don't know that Bottom Frag and Bag are sending all 5 members to C, so it is a free A, and we'll see what they can do with it.
Yeah, using some utility mid though is going to probably key off Bottom Frag that, oh hey, maybe they aren't actually full committing C like they have been doing in the past. So good call to rotate some players back towards this A side. No one's actually on the site, so the site is still completely open, and Bottom Frag and Bag will have to play this 5v5 retake if they don't send us over there.
Yeah, I really like that they're getting that rotate going. They know that they like to, Bottom Frag knows that they like to send 5C long, and they bite. They take the bait, and they rotate, and now they get a free A site to have to retake. But there is 2 ults on the side of Bottom Frag and Bag. Maybe they can get some coordinated flashes, some ults, some nades, and we'll see if maybe they can get something done. 2 flashes coming out from Murder out of CT. Flashes the Reina, gets that kill onto him. The Sova ult comes down early, getting a pick onto Crack Cocaine. Ooh. And SJ beats, which leaves it a 3v4 retake in favor of Just When Golfing.
Oh my god.
Murder picks up those 2 frags. Ginormous as Fredo gets that last one, make it a 1v3 situation.
Murder is playing out of his mind right now.
He really is, man. This man is hitting his shots. And I think a lot of it has to do with confidence. He's going in there, he's doing what he knows he has to do. He's getting room for his team, and Bottom Frag can't seem to hit him.
Yeah, Golfing's having a really rough time kind of shutting down this Phoenix and his retates, but to Murderer's credit, he's utilizing his curveballs so well. I've heard a lot of people, specifically in my solo queue games, get so frustrated when the round's over and your entries still have all their utility up. Murderer's been using his curveballs so effectively. He usually picks up a kill or 2 off of them, and then being double peeked long, gets the kill short, flicks back and gets another kill. Like that, you really just have to kind of shut Murderer down. You do have the players on the side of Golfing to kind of outgun battle him, but they just really can't seem to find the shots on him.
They see Murder as mid. Golfing knows Murder is mid, and they want to take him out. They know, hey, this is the best player on their team. He seems to be pooping on us. Let's see if maybe we can get a pick on him and win this freaking game. As all, oh, full looks like 4 members are taking complete control of the B side. Reyna's running in there with a stinger. Is not going to be able to sting Murder as he gets a kill on Spicy Nips. Fissure gets a kill on a Brewski. Soba diff. Melp sitting in mid, gets a pick on Crack Cocaine. Doesn't know there's another one as SGB gets a return kill on a Melp, making it a 3v3 situation.
3v3, plenty of time, but Fissure gets the first pick again onto SJB, so now it's going to be a 3v2 retake. Murderer gets 2 of his own. Fissure takes him out, and Fredo, last man left alive against Fissure, gets the kill, and that's going to be another round going the way of bottom frag and bag.
Man, when you talk about impact frags, Murderer has 19 impact frags. All of his kills are absolutely insane. They're really, really pushing this team to the victory that they need, and man, Golfing's having lots of trouble taking this. They had a clean B take. Reyna kind of pushed that CT area. I don't think that's something you really do with the Stinger in your hand. Stinger's not too good. I haven't seen almost any play. It's the first time I've seen a Stinger in a very long time.
After the nerfs for sure. And you have to wonder, like, how many of these rounds are getting lost just because Golfing isn't coordinating their buys. This is another round where the buy is kind of broken. It is a really heavy force, not a lot of money left. We don't even have a full buy from them. The last round we saw most of the team with rifles, and as you said, the Reyna with a Stinger, their buys just aren't even super coordinated and they're getting punished for it. Oh my god,
man.
Murderer!
Murderer jumping up the stairs, gets the kill on a Fissure. Man.
Oh, that is devastating. And Fissure, to his credit, has been playing super well this series, but just not having a lot of luck taking out these Phoenix ultimates. Murderer, I think, had his knife out and flicked to his gun, walking up the stairs, gets the headshot. That has to feel pretty bad if you're Fissure right there.
Yeah, there's no way Bottom Frag and Bad loses this with 4 ults, as the ult does come out from Brucey. Tags 1. Fredo gets another kill. Murderer kills Spicy Nips. Fredo gets a second as the last member, Melp, is on T. Melp gets a kill on a Fredo, gets another kill on a Brucey, but doesn't know that behind him is Eshe Beats. And Melp's not enough.
Fredo and Murderer have been playing off of each other so incredibly well, actually, which it's like kind of crazy how much synergy this team looks like they have. Because as we know, Murderer used to be on ult on site, and Brewski, SJ Beats, I'm not sure exactly if they're on the same team or different teams, but this is kind of like a hodgepodge of a bunch of different players from different teams. I think Crack Cocaine I think she's really new to the league. I don't think she's ever played before either. So with how little time these teams have had to kind of practice in the off season, Bottom Frag and Bag are looking really clean right now.
Yeah, big. I think if it does look like Golfing just sending 5 members up A, maybe they can get something, but they do have lots of util that can be used from Bottom Frag and Bad to kind of stop them, as Melp gets a kill on the Brewski. Flash comes out, Crack Cocaine gets a kill on the Melp. Crack Cocaine's backside gets a kill on the Spicy Nips. Can they get more? Murder gets a kill as expected, gets another one per usual, with last member sitting in short. Fissure, last one alive. Can he make it happen? If he gets a kill here, he does have the ultimate, does have an arrow, does have 2 shock darts. Here's the reload coming up from Murderer. Sees one short, can't get the shot off. SJ Beats gets that kill. It's 8-3 in the first half now.
And Haven is one of those few maps in Valorant which is pretty, I guess you could argue pretty even in terms of like favoritism for offense and defense, but feels pretty attack-sided for the most part. The fact that there's 3 sites means that teams have to be very specific with where they're placing their defenders, and the attackers do have that advantage of being able to out-rotate the defenders due to how spread out you have to be, and you can't always have 2 men on every site. So the fact that Golfing has lost, is down 5 rounds on their attacking side, isn't a great sign. They can still come back. This game is far from over, but just Bottom Frag and Bag looking really clean right now. Very formidable.
Yeah, as I said, on paper, JWG is the better team with the harder carries, but I don't think they're utilizing their util as much as they really need to be. They do have the headshot killers, with the Immortal and the 2 diamonds, but I just think they need to be using their util a little bit more. Jet dashes, Sova arrows, shock darts. I feel like I haven't seen a shock dart coming up from Fissure at all, as all 5 members come through Garage, gets a kill. Fissure gets a kill on a Murderer. Kills going back and forth. SJ Beats kicks up 2, making it a 3v2 situation in favor of the winning team. Bomb is down, though.
Bomb is down 2v2. SJ Beats have taken out the last member left alive. On the side of Bottom Frag is Brewski. Low health bar on Fissure here. He's going to go for the peek and almost gets it, but Brewski 3K clutches it up, makes it a 9-3 half.
Man, that has to be super tilting. Yet again, they just send so many people through one area, but they don't utilize util to push back the enemy team. Yes, you can push them back with bodies, but not as far as you could if you had, a Sova drone, an arrow, a shock dart. You have to make the team that you're attacking against just feel too pressured to stay. And, Gothling wasn't able to do that. So we'll see if maybe BFG could give it a shot here.
Golfing looking super strong. Their defense looked really locked down. And what you were saying, that there was never ever a pressure that that bottom frag and bank had to deal with of a flank, right? Because if they're sending all 5 members down one lane onto a site, that gives the rest of the map, it's just all for bottom frag and bank to play with. They can go wherever they want. They don't have to worry about someone coming from behind them or at an off angle, and they really punish them for it.
Yeah, this is what you want to see right off the bat. Bottom frag and bat is playing a default to kind of get some information to see who is where. If we can figure out maybe, hey, 2 are here, so there has to be 3 here, we can make a rotate off of that. You have to get that early information, especially on these first couple rounds. Pistol rounds can go either way, so the more information a team has, the better off they have of winning. So this default, I really like to see. This is what Golfing should have done in the first place, so we'll see if maybe they can get something off of it. As 5 members of bottom frag and bat are in window. We'll see if they're leaning towards a B push, which it does look like they are. Murderer leading the charge. Maybe he can keep some consistency, get some kills here. The arrow does go on to the site of B. Molly comes out to CT. We'll see if maybe they can get some sight. Murderer running on here straight. W key. Doesn't know that someone is backside. Brucey's going to get a free kill on a Bruce. Fisher's going to get a free kill on a Brewski as Murder gets a return kill on a Frizzer. As Melp kills SJ Beats, Fredo gets spicy nips. It is a 3v3 situation retake on B.
They have enough time here for the retake, but Crack Cocaine gets the first kill onto Lunativity. Murder gets Melp after it gets the trade of cocaine. Now the last member left alive, Ted, does get taken out. That's going to be a 3K for Murderer with the frenzy and winning the pistol after already being up 9 rounds. This is going to bring this to 10-3. They're expected to win the Force here, assuming they're going to go 5 SMGs again. And Golfing, things are looking a little dire for them. They're going to have to start switching some stuff up.
Yeah, I don't recommend forcing the 10th loss. I'll just say it. The 10th, when you're down 10, do not force. On that 10th loss, if you have to decide whether we force or not, if it's the 10th round, don't. Because you risk losing it if you can't even full force. And if you lose it, then you got to save again, which is the 11th round, then you're back to the 12th. Might as well take the bullet, save now, and work for the next 2 rounds. But another default does come out from bottom frag and bag to see if who's where. A stack was coming towards on the A side of Golfing as Malp pushes long to get some room. I like that. I like getting room on the defensive side to see who's where. You can get information on both sides, whether you're attacking or defending, and so that's what I like to see.
Really slow round coming out of the side of bottom frag and bag, even though they do have this SMGs there. It's going to be 2 players in this garage window. Going to hear the curveball, but not going to get a whole lot else. Murderer is going to throw the molly into the window, kind of preventing them from pushing into it. Now Murderer is totally on site, and it's a completely free C site.
Yeah, very good util usage from Murderer to kind of take that garage, and it worked out really well for them. That's what you want. You want that util usage, but a kill did go down onto Golfing. Fissure was taken down. So it is a 4v3 retake. Scratch that. 3v4 retake. Scratch that. 1v5 retake. Numbers. Oh, man.
Flawless round coming out of the side of bottom frag and bag is going to make this 11-3. Luckily, Golfing fans, do not despair. They're going to have a pretty solid buy round. I don't think everyone's going to be able to buy, but this is a really make or break round for them. This is round 11. If they lose here, that means they're going to be on a save for match point, and you never want to see that. So Golfing really needs to come up huge here if they want to have a chance of staying in this game.
This is the round to do it. Not all armored up are the attacking side, so maybe the defense can get a free headshot from a Phantom, but Melp isn't looking to buy. He's just using his knives to kind of save some money for the future, just in case they lose. He does see Fredo in that long area, get some information, backs up.
Playing really slow again, but we already see this Reyna. Your boy has pushed up all the way into window. This could prove pretty devastating as your boy gets the first pick onto Crack Cocaine. That is bomb in window. They know exactly where it is, and now he takes out Murder. It's going to make it a 4v3 in favor of Golfing as they're coming back into this round.
Yeah, big impact frags coming from the Reyna. Spicy Nips. Got that information, got the kill, saw the bomb drop, tried to get out, got a kill on their best player, Murderer, which should mean free win. Ted is alone on A as the last three members of bottom frag and bag are pushing up A. Maybe they can get a pick here. They don't know Ted is long.
Ooh.
They do now. Brewski gets the kill into Ted and makes it a free sight for BFB.
3v3 retake on the side of both teams. SJ Beats, though, already have health, so an advantage in the favor of the retaking team. Let's see what they can do here. The Cypher Trap cage is going out. Melp playing around with it. Another dark cover, actually going to block their entrance again. Pushing through smokes is always hard without a flash, but Melp's just going to dash onto the site. Your boy gets another pick onto Fredo. It's now going to be a 2v1 as he gets the 4K. He does not find the ace, though, as SJB takes him out, and now it's going to be 12-3 match point.
And it was looking like a really big round for Just Went Golfing, but they couldn't pull it together. I think a lot of people, they also retake too soon. So I know we talked about time earlier, but it's all about timing, right? If you retake too soon, you don't coordinate, one person goes out, dies. Wow, now you're down. You have to make sure that when you go out with confidence, you go out together. And it just didn't look like they really played it together. They had util in their pocket. I did like the jet dash, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, Melp, now the jet player with an operator light shield is going to be holding on this long dark cover, is going to smoke it out. The Owl Drone forcing Melp off of his location on top box, going to spray some shots into the smoke, doesn't quite find anything as Murderer going to pop the ultimate, make his way onto C site, but looks like Golfing has completely given up the site.
And lots of util coming out from the side of bottom frag and bag. That's what you like to see. They have a complete site free for them just because they use all that util to take it. That's what you want to see. Not a lot of health on the side of Just Went Golfing. And you could see that as SJ gets a kill on Fisher. Your boy Spicy Nips gets a kill on Fredo. Bomb goes down for that long area. And it is a 3v4 situation in favor of Just Went Golfing.
Going out back and forth. It's going to be a 3v2. The advantage is in the favor of Golfing. Ted, though, does get spotted out by the recon dart. Brewski takes him out. It's going to make it a 2v2. Now it's going to be a 2v1 in favor of Golfing, and Melp kills Brewski. Lunativity going to defuse the bomb, and that's saving them the game. It's now going to be 12-4, and really big round for Golfing to make sure they stay in this.
Yeah, I'm surprised they won that round, to be honest with you, but I think, you know, a lot of members from bottom frag and bag, we're a little bit too spread out. If you look at the deaths, I always like to look at the deaths after the round is over. Where did we die? Did we all die together, or did we die spread out on the map? And that's what it looked like bottom frag and bag were. They had one person die mid, one garage, and it's just, we got to make sure that when you're dying with somebody.
Definitely true. Luckily, on the favor of bottom frag and bag, their economy is not too bad. They're going to have another full buy, whereas on the side of Golfing, a little bit of a broken buy. We're going to see some light shields. We're going to see a Spectre. Not exactly what you want to see on match point again, but Melp still has his hands on the operator, so all hope is not lost, as it looks like bottom frag and bag going to go back to their more defaulting style, going to get some more info before they figure out where they're going to execute at.
I do like the defaults. Helps you get a lot of information. If you can learn what your enemy team is doing, you can play against that. It's all about mind games. As Ted is pushing this long A, he does have lots of information. No one is A side, so that does send Melt to rotate over to C side. But he does know the trip is there, as Fredo's just waiting for someone to push. And there's still a slow round. Everyone is spread out for the side of bottom frag and bag, as the alarm bot does see Murderer. Murderer gets the heck out of there.
Yeah, the op through the wall could have spelled trouble for Murderer, but gets safely out after triggering the alarm bot. Looks like they're actually going to rotate back onto A, which is going to be really good for them because all of Golfing has rotated onto the C side. So the Omen left behind, SJ Beats trying to draw a little bit pressure, maybe delay the rotate a bit, spraying through the smoke, trying to keep some members there. But that's going to be a free A take on the side of bottom frag and bag.
Yeah, textbook. You make a lot of noise, C, B, and you get them to rotate, and you take a free site. Bomb is going to be planted. The ult comes out from Fissure to kind of stop the plant. He does, as I waited out. 13 seconds left. Plant does go down.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Interesting ult coming out from SJ, just ulting over the dart as Brucey gets to kill on a Spicy Nips. Ted runs out. Murder gets the 2 kills in return. There's no way that bottom frag and bag loses. Murder gets the kill on the SJ. Brewski gets to return frag on the Melp. The last member in CT gets taken out, and that's the game with Just Went Golfing losing it to bottom frag and bag.
Yeah, and I wish we could say the game was close, but after that first 3-round win that we saw Golfing get on their attacking side, they won 3 rounds in a row and then didn't really win any rounds after that. I think they won 1 round on match point, but a really dominant performance coming out of the side of Bottom Frag and Bragg. Look at Murderer's combat score dropping 29 kills, 487 combat score. That's kind of insane, especially from he's not even the highest ranked player in the server right now. So really well played by him, and also have to give credit to Fredo and the rest of Bottom Frag and Bag. They played together as a team very cohesively, and I'm super impressed with what we just saw.
Yeah, I think there's no questions that need to be asked. You can't ask, why did Just Win Golfing lose? You can see clearly, what happened. Bottom Frag and Bag were just playing together. They were using their util. They were just doing basic, stock, textbook Valorant, and they won. So
Yeah, really good showing on the side of Bottom Frag and Bag. Hopefully, this loss will be able to help influence Just Went Golfing so they understand what they need to work on and continue later on. It's very possible this early in the season that they haven't played that much. They haven't played that many games together as a team. They also had a sub, which could influence something. You have to play a little bit differently. If like, oh, maybe your sub doesn't play a sentinel, so we have to switch someone off. Things like that can really impact your team dynamic. So hopefully, Just Went Golfing takes some notes, shakes it off, and really excited to see what Bottom Frag and Bag has for us the rest of the season. A really dominant performance from this team.
yeah, I can't wait to see more from them. I think Just Went Golfing will hopefully watch the stream, learn a couple things of their plays, maybe some VOD review. We don't know. But I think they can definitely come back. I don't think that this is a deciding game for Just Win Golfing, but I think Bottom Frag and Bag have a very, very good chance at taking this all the way to the end.
Definitely. Well, thanks everyone for watching the first game of the season of FLV Season 2. I'm Goas Gallus here with King Drama. We really appreciate everyone stopping in. Remember to follow the Twitch, follow the Twitter, follow all the things you need to do, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next game.
See ya.